Hi, everyone. We're here at Brown and Out Fest 5, the Actors TalkBack. My name is Matthew Ramos. I know this looks crazy for the people in the audience, but this records onto the video, but you can't hear it. Okay? So, crazy, but whatever. Okay. This is where we are at Casa 0101. I am the executive producer, one of the executive producers of Brown and Out 5. I also am a playwright, and last year I was an actor, so I thought it would be really cool for me to moderate the Actors Talkback. So I think first I just want to go down the line. I want you to say your name, and since we are a Latinx, LGBTQIA plus, you know, I would love for you to just say your name and say where you fall in the Latinx or the LGBTQ plus spectrum.
Hi, my name is Karina Contreras. I am an actor here. I'm a queer woman and Mexican American actor. Woo.
Hi everybody, my name is Gabriela Raffaelli and I'm the T in the LGBT and Salvadorian. Yay!
Hi, my name is Devin Torres. I am a queer, trans, non-binary, two-spirit person, and I am Native American, specifically Yaqui, and Mexican.
Hi, my name is Terry Rodriguez. I'm a gay man born in Puerto Rico.
Hi, my name is Shen Heckel, and I was adopted, but I was born in Tijuana, so I have Mexican roots, and I'm here because I identify with the LGBT community.
Hey, I'm Bree. Where I fall on the spectrum, I'm just a free woman. And as far as the Latin, I'm Black, clearly, and yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Carlos Reyes Haley, a proud gay Chicano. One day I too would like to be a free woman. But for now, you know, this is enough. I am enough.
Hello, my name is Jesus Rodriguez. I am Mexican American, and I land in the aliado. Soy un aliado. There we go.
Hi, my name is Arash Adam Inasazian. On the Latinx scale, I'm half Puerto Rican, which is weird because I'm also half Persian. And as for the LGBTQ thing, I am an ally.
My name is Giovanni Navarro. I am Mexican, and I'm a queer man.
Thank you so much. And we're missing Stevie Viejo, who is one of the actresses as well. We just want to bring her into the room. And also, I just want to say really quickly, A is for asexual, but that's okay. We obviously are hiring actors here, and it's great that you know we have so many allies on our in our cast. So, okay, so I was, even if they don't know the acronyms. So I was an actor last year, and I know that it's very fast-paced. You come in, you audition, you don't really know what it is, what you're getting into. It's an ensemble cast, and you have to take on multiple characters and learn a lot of lines and, you know, do everything that actors do. So my question for you is, what was your process to prepare for opening night, let's say? What was it that you had to do? Yes. Oh. Have it close to your mouth.
Oh, me? Okay. Okay.
Or whoever wants to answer. I was going to go down the line, but whoever wants to answer.
Go, Kari.
So I'm sorry. The question: How did we prepare?
What was your process? Did you go to classes? Did you walk around the street looking crazy, talking to yourself?
No, none of those things. I'm pretty familiar with play festivals. I was cast in a couple years ago in Chicanas, Cholas y Chisme here, so I was fortunate enough to have some experience, doing a play festival. And my preparation, I guess, what kind of some things that I worked on is kind of really just making each character very distinct and different, making bold choices, just so that it's not like, obviously it's always me on stage. I always bring a part of myself into it, but it's very, for me, it's really important to just distinguish each one, because each character is completely different in their own way, unique and and wonderful. And so just being very conscious of making very distinct choices for each character. That's kind of how I prepared.
Good job. Well, for me, this was like a big learning experience. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. When I got the call from my agent to come into this audition, I learned maybe like 2 hours before it happened. And I thought it was a commercial audition because my agent is my commercial agent. So I came here and they're like, yeah, you got your 1 minute monologue. And I'm like, what? But then I was like, you know what? I have a choice. You spent $25 on the Uber right here. I'm going to get seen. So I came in and it was totally improv. Like the audition was improv. And it was amazing. But for me, this was so special because it really was. I was like, I just got to do it, But let me say why. Because this, for me, this is the first time that I've been in something after my transition. So this for me was about, coming to the audition. I was like, I'm not going to get it. I don't get anything, I was like, I'm not going to get it. I'm just trying to get comfortable in my body in front of people. So that's what this was for me. It was all mental, like a huge mental game. Apart from me not really doing a lot of theater. Last time I did theater, I think I was in high school. So I was just observing everybody and I was like, okay, experienced people like Karina and like Giovanni and Teddy and everyone is so experienced and I'm like just watching, but that's how it was for me. It was just about learning my body and learning how to, I guess, be on stage with my body. So for me, it was all mental.
So I guess for preparing for me, I had to really learn how to channel my transness and my two-spiritness in like a way where I had to play a woman, and that was the first time ever I had to play a woman and a cis woman, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrifying. I don't know if I can walk in these heels. I don't know what I'm doing. So I really had to tone it down and be like, hey, you're still you no matter what. You're going through these things. You're okay. When I had to play in Mija, I had to tell myself the same thing. Like, you're playing this butch lesbian and it's okay and it's fine to feel these things. And so, so I had to do that.
Is everybody?
Yes.
Okay. I done a lot of theater, but I never done a play festival like this. So I'm used to kind of dedicating all the rehearsal time to one piece. So for me, it was a little difficult to kind of have everything separate. So I had to do a lot of homework and okay, so I'm not going to see that piece for another week, but I still have to work on it. And that was the challenge for me and my process. So yeah.
For me, it's been a long time since I've been on stage, but I'm a theater professional, so I do a lot of directing and producing. So for me, it was a new way of looking at theater or a theater piece, because I had to turn off my brain that goes, why is the source for not working? Why is this, and I just, no, I am an actor. I am an actor. And that was fun.
All right. I guess for me it was my first time doing theater, so it was all new. I didn't really have a process. I was just learning and just going and just being present. I was just okay. It's but I was just learning and growing and just trying to be present. With my roles, I think that they were fun. Like Sonia and Zaddy were just fun people. So for me, it was just listening and just showing up for myself and not playing small. So for me, that was my process. Just being present, just being here and doing the damn thing.
Nice. So I like to do this thing especially if it's two different characters within one play, to give them each a distinct walk and kind of go around the apartment as one and then shift to the other. So for Romana, for example, it was just like, what's the walk of an older, happily married guy who never touches alcohol, and what's the walk of a young, hot dude but who drinks way too much? So we've got like the good postured alcoholic, but then the poor postured, happily settled marido. And for Colibri, the director Diana Romo helped a lot with making the three characters distinct. So we spent a good part of a couple rehearsals calling out the switch and switching on stage, and dance like this character, now dance like the other one, and now say a line in the voice of this one, and now switch. And one of my scene study classes that I had been taking for a few months before the audition had us do an exercise very similar. So it was serendipitous in that way, as far as making your characters, distinguishing your characters, making them discreet.
All right. Hello. Round two. Wait. What I did, I stayed up a lot at night, not sleeping. I for example, for Gay Latino. Yeah.
No, I just drank late at night.
Yeah, and for example, for one of my characters, for Conrado's piece one, I hung out a lot with Conrado, just asking him questions about his life, what he went through, research. I asked for it, and I saw his mannerisms, how he moved, how he stood, how he did all these little knacks and things, and so that is amazing, because it teaches you that everybody's different. And in order for that to arise, you gotta like dig for it and dig for it and dig for it. And for example, for Black Sheep, Rainbow Sheep, I had very little information on the character, which was for me like a treat, a gift, because I could do whatever I want with the character. So I made it opposite of Arash's character, and in the Omens, I tried to make sure that my whole mind and head was in one place, because it's Devin wrote an amazing piece about true history, and that happened. So I had to put myself through that. And for the last piece, that one I had fun with it, because I could give the guy a little silly walk, and I could do all these quirkiness, mannerisms. So yeah, so a lot of sleepless hours, but I got a lot in return. And especially with the whole cast. You guys are amazing. Seriously.
Aww. Jesus, you're amazing. My God.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So what did I do to prepare? Okay, so the short answer, smoking pot and gay porn. But... Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've done play festivals before. When I lived down in South Orange County, before I came up to LA to act professionally, I used to own bookstores, and down there I'd go different community theaters, and they'd have these long play festivals where I'd have to play 5 characters. So this wasn't too different. It's just, find your character, do some research. Martin was a great resource for Black Sheep, Rainbow Sheep. Diana was a great resource for getting into the head of Omens for Diaz. We found that Diaz and Dios, they work together. And yeah, and Torres and Tara. Yeah. Anyways, that's why he rapes and I pillage. So, and then doing Better Than Grinder was a bit like it's my nerdish, very kind of coarse side. I just developed that more, and then Cum Dump was Matt, love you. Hopefully you know how. A little bit. No. The thing about Cum Dump was fleshing out the character and not making him overly flamboyant in a comic way, but rather in a more realistic manner, which took a while. But I think I got it. I think we got it, and especially with Gio. Gio's an awesome person to act next to. Especially when you have to be that intimate and open with yourself, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you, buddy. But yeah, getting out of my head and just playing the character and thinking like the character. And luckily, I didn't have to spend many sleepless nights to figure out my lines. No, I get you, and I make notes too. But yeah, luckily, yeah, my head remembers. But here, Gio, you talk. I'm done talking.
Well, every actor prepares differently. We all know that. We all have our own methods. I was trained to start from the inside out. I have to know it right at the spot. What is it that the character needs at that moment? What they want, and why they want it. So for me, I have to start there, and then from there, I go from there. Then comes memorization. But the first thing I need to know, going to my first rehearsal, is what the character wants, because we all want something. And so then that drives me forward as to what choices I'm going to make as a character. So my process is starting inwards and then outwards. And that's how I prepare. And I was an actor in season 4 of Browning Out. So I already had in mind what was coming and how to prepare for it. So yeah, that's how I approach every character that I play.
Well, next season. Okay, so great answers. I'm gonna just say this question. I'm gonna ask this question, and I'm just gonna let whoever wants to pick it up. But theater for a lot of people and art in general is very transformational, right? It takes you on a journey, and when it leaves you off, you're a different person, right? So I want you to think about who you were before you auditioned for Browning Out, and who you are and how you've changed since. Take your time. But remember, you got to use the mic, so bring me down.
Okay. I definitely think I'm more of a confident person, but also I really love theater. Like, I think I want to do more theater, and I never really gave it a chance before. But just being around the cast, because I think we all have this like amazing chemistry, and I think that it translates onto the pieces that we have. And I think that's what transformed me the most, is just by being around you guys and having conversations with you, especially Devin, about because we have something in common, and Shen and all that. But I just think I'm a different person. I'm really I've fallen in love with theater.
So I was in a really dark place before Browning Out, and everything kind of lined up for me to be in this show. And I've done theater since I was 9. I'm 37, so that's almost 30 years. And I've never been as comfortable as the callbacks for Browning Out. I've done a lot of training in theater. I've done pretty much every technique that is out there. But I always have this layer when I'm going to callbacks, in whatever level, school, professional, that, I don't want to sit this way. I don't want them to kind of know if I'm gay or if I'm too feminine. And I just exploded when I was like, that layer is not even here, because everybody's gay here or some level of LGBT, right? Right. So I'm just So I'm just having a good old time in these callbacks, and then it just dawned on me that night. I'm taking a shower, and I'm like, I might book this, and I'm thinking, oh, this must be what white people think when they're in their callbacks. It's amazing. No wonder they're killing it right next to me. They don't have this layer like you're like totally covering like part of your identity. So I'm totally different. I've been doing all the theater that I produce or write or direct is queer. I've never been just an actor, so this was definitely a treat, and it's just opened up my mind a little more on what the possibilities are with my craft. Definitely.
You want me to ask the question again?
No, I think I was paying attention. I guess I would say what I learned from this experience is that I'm like more freer, and I'm inspired by my castmates who are unapologetically themselves, and despite, you know, what society wants or what their family may want, or any type of, you know, persecution from any way, that they are them. And like, especially talking to Gabby, we have like car rides home, and she put she made me like really, it's sunk in for me that like we're just humans, and like we can connect, and we like the same stuff. We like getting our nails done, we like getting our hair done, like we both like, you know what I mean? So it just inspires me to be myself. And I actually had like my first, this is gonna be really personal, but I had like my first girl experience last night after years of wanting to do it, right? Thank you. But but I can only really say it's because of all of you. You know what I mean? Where you can show me that it's not a big deal. It's not, you know, we're just be free, be you, and I'm just thankful for this experience because it totally like has changed me. So yeah.
Guys, our baby's become a woman.
Don't you?
I'll say after.
Why do you want to say after?
I mean,
I walked into that conversation Bree was having with with Karina. Yeah, that was a fun one. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay right here and just listen to more. No. So for me, the transformation was I've always had I've always felt insecure being half naked and naked on stage. And I've never felt sexy or whatever. And who would have thought that it took a queer play to actually like kind of make me feel that, you know? Which is very strange, but very freeing. But yeah, here, Jesus.
All right.
I'll say that.
Okay. Well, there's transformation, yes, but it also made me realize that there are so many untold stories out there, like so many that deserve a stage like this, deserve a cast like this, and directors like this, you know, and it changed my mind into like, you know, knowing that, or at least hoping that because of this, that we inspired at least one person in the crowd to come back here and write something, or to share their story, to audition for at least this theater place, because there's so much, you know, camaraderie and like chemistry. We're like Breaking Bad right here, you know, like Walter White and shit. You know. So I'm but yes, I thank you, by the way, for everything. Gio? I will. Okay. Now, next question, Allison.
You want to answer?
Anyone else want to answer? There.
I would say what changed for me is, again, having to be so go all the time, working on different productions, working on this, running here, doing this. being an actor, you have to slow down. You have to concentrate on what you're doing. You have to make choices, and you have to memorize the lines. And I think that has really helped me. I'm still a go-go person, but there's this will help me in the future to remember to slow down and really capture the moment, really feel the character. So thank you.
Wait, my turn really quick. Sorry, because Ross just reminded me. So yeah, no, this show also helped me feel that way about my body. Being on testosterone, my body, like, I've gained weight and, like, my body has changed. And for me, I was just, like, not finding it attractive anymore. I was like, nobody's going to love me. Oh, my God, I'm so ugly. And then doing this play, like, the first piece I'm in a fucking crop top out here dancing. And I was just like, oh, my gosh, okay, you're fine. You're great. You look good. Chill out. And so I really had to, like, gain that confidence to do that in the first place. And then after that, Gabby knows, I've been wearing crop tops, like, every other day. And I was just out here, like, yes, okay, I look bomb. It's okay. I'm chubby, but I'm cute, like, you know. But yeah, it's because of Browning Out, and like especially this cast that made me feel safe enough to do that. And like Teddy hyping me up low-key in the back, and Karina and everybody, like, you know, you're fine, you're okay, you look good, like, relax. So yeah.
So I actually just thought of something too okay, this is kind of weird and a little embarrassing. Look how I'm already getting flustered. Okay, so for me, something that kind of changed for me, or something that helped me transform a little bit, was I have trouble sometimes, playing sexy. That's something that I'm not always comfortable with, because I see myself as like quirky and like nerdy and like, oh, you know what I mean? And so that's people who know me know that that's me. But so in this, for Butch, I had to really dip into that. And at first it was really scary. Like it may sound so, like, oh, you're fine. But for me, it was really hard at first. And it was truly a testament to my castmates and to Diana and everyone just kind of making me feel comfortable and making sure, because that obviously that show is very, very physical. but yeah, and so it was just it's a testament to all of the people I worked with that made me feel comfortable enough to be able to show that side, and and be able to embrace my sexiness or my sexuality, because it's sometimes hard for me. So yeah, that was something that changed for me. So.
Awesome. Real quick, I want to shout out Daniel Munoz on the camera, because he's let us use this camera 3 times. Okay, so I want to open it up to the audience members. If they would like to ask a question, preferably one that's just asked in general, and they can just answer and pick up the mic as they like. Well, I'll restate it. Or yeah.
Okay, how did the allies who came into this festival, where there's a lot of talk of like roles being given to cis heterosexual people, and how did you navigate entering a festival where you were going to be playing gay, and some people feel like why these roles should be given to people who are actually queer?
Great question. I'm going to restate it in here, okay? This is Jaime Mayorkin. He is a writer. He wrote a piece he was a writer and producer last year for Brown Out 4. So the question is for the allies. How do you feel in this world where a lot of roles for the LGBT community are not given to those people? How was it to be cast in those roles? How did you navigate?
How did the rest of the cast feel about that?
So yeah, so how did the cast how did you all feel about cisgender allies in this festival?
The allies first, or no? So I did. Okay, no. So I did my dissertation in inclusion, and if you really care about inclusion, the people that work with inclusion, which is you guys are doing that, never do what the people that are not doing the inclusion do, which is not letting us be straight or have those roles. And that's why, to me, it's very important to have allies in this cast. So I do challenge the producers to next year. Maybe we can have more Afro Latinos in the cast. So that is very important to me, and I salute it.
All right. All right.
Go ahead.
Just to clarify it in my head, how did we feel being cast in this production? How did I feel particularly? Okay. First and foremost, I was delighted, and I was ¿cómo se dice? Con mucho gusto in English. Prideful? No, not prideful. Grateful. Yes, I was very grateful that I was even like seen. You know, and I mean that in more than what the words sound like. You know, because to be seen is in this world, you know, in social media and all that bullshit and stuff. I'm sorry, guys. No, but I mean, and I felt, and the cast that they accepted us, me for example, to feel accepted. You know, me as a straight guy here, to feel accepted is just like I could see. I like transformation. Like I feel like I'm starting on this word, but I like all my lines and my things there, and extremely grateful. Con honor, con humildad, I accepted it. I was very happy, and I made many friends, I hope. Silent guy, Carlos over here.
Even though you stole some of my juiciest roles.
But I'm very grateful, to be honest. I don't know if that answers your question, but the kind of, if I think of something, I'll come back to you.
Okay. So as a straight guy, okay. If I did take a role from an LGBTQ person, I don't know how to answer that. Like
it's not on purpose.
Yeah, it's not on purpose. It's not on purpose at all. And I would hope that the directors and the producers, you go ahead.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, one thing, as an actor, sometimes you're gonna be handed roles that you're not familiar with. And for example, a role that you're not familiar with and that you can actually, you know, score the 3 from far away kind of thing, and like, oh shit, I made it. You know, it's an honor. But it's I feel like as an actor, it's your job to pay it respects and to give it 100% everything that you know and that you can do. You know, lay it on the floor, no matter what it is. You know, I was a cactus once in one of my plays, a cactus. You know, with no lines. I was a cactus. So, but the craziest thing, I actually went. And the craziest thing, I actually went to Home Depot and I stared at a cactus. Home Depot. I went to El Home Depot. Oh, you're Mexican. You know? I went to a Home Depot and, you know, I stared at a cactus and, like, you know, if a cactus moved, how would it move? And I was like, kind of like that. Kind of like that. You know, so I didn't mean to, you know, but you have to pay respects. Pay respect.
Okay. Okay, so what I was gonna say is I was
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was hoping that the directors, writers, and producers would choose the best actors and actresses for the roles, and which, I mean, looking at this cast and looking what we've put together, like really out of you know, that all those hundreds of people out there for the first audition, I think they chose the best of us, you know. And you know, I've as an actor, I want to explore any character that is not of my background, because it's all about seeing somebody else's perspective. I think it makes you a better human being. It really does. You know, for coming up with a past of somebody else is exploring a whole new world. It's like in the Talmud, which is the Jewish oral law. There's a story where the purpose of it is that for every person is a whole world. Every person is a whole world because they can only perceive life in that way. Nobody else can perceive life like them. So it is a completely different earth for each and every one of us. And to be able to explore each and every earth is a privilege. Is a privilege. So yeah, Gia, do you want to say anything? Teddy isn't straight either, but Teddy spoke.
No.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. One more thing. Sorry.
You mean third thing now?
Yes. Well, I always do live by the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated, and I think that's very important. And being here just refurbished that rule in my mind, like made it shinier and polished it. Yeah. Ahora sí, ya estuvo.
Is Jerry here? No. Okay. Does anyone have one more question? Okay, so the question is about a specific part in, is it Cuerpo de Cristo? No? Oh, are you gay or Latino? Okay, great.
I just had a lot going on in my mind, and but I just want to say, like, the energy that we have here on stage, and just getting really close to my castmates and being able to, like, be in the dressing room together and, like, I mean, like, I never thought that I'd be comfortable, like, taking off my clothes and, like, my bra and stuff like that. And, and then just thinking about all that stuff is just choked me up. And I know I was trying so hard. I was like, stop, just all you have to say is Jackie Goldberg. I was like, that's all you have to say. You have to just do it and walk off. But yeah, you caught me. Good job.
Okay, so that's the end of our Actors Talk Back for Browning Out 5. This will be on YouTube, so check it out, share it with your friends. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming. Thank you, everyone.